Now I'd like to welcome Gary Caldwell to present our next award, the Clayton W. Chapman Award. Gary is the U.S. Rowing Northeast Regional Representative to the Board of Directors. Gary?
Thank you, Glenn. Thank you, everybody. It's my pleasure tonight to introduce the winner of the Clayton Chapman Award. And this is especially a treat for me for two reasons. One, because it's named for Clayton Chapman, who was the retired commissioner of the Eastern College Athletic Conference, director of the Eastern Sprints and the IRA Championship for over 30 years, and my mentor in running regattas for collegiate athletes. I'm privileged to have worked with Clayton for more than 30 years, and now I stand in his considerable shadow as I attempt to do as good a job running the IRAs and sprints and other regattas as he did. The award recognizes someone who's consistently served in a behind-the-scenes administrative role that has previously gone unrecognized. I'm not sure about the unrecognized part, because I think we all know this year's winner, Bob Whitford. For 41 years, and we met at a pre-Olympic camp in 1973 at Dartmouth that Larry Gluckman was coaching at, along with Harry Parker and some other notable coaches. And Bob came all the way east from the West Coast with no money, and when camp was over, he had no way to get home. So I drove him down to Hartford in my VW bus so he could get to the airport, because he had no other way to get there. That's the kind of person that Bob is, somebody who goes the extra mile to try and get an opportunity, to try and get a race, to try and make a team, to try and make a world-class venue. Bob is now the park manager for Nathan Benderson Park and the world-class rowing in Sarasota. He's previously served as the director of rowing and facilities manager at the Sacramento State Aquatic Center for 23 years. He's a native of Newport Beach, California. Went to Orange Coast College, the University of California at Berkeley, and graduated from Cal Irvine. He began rowing as a coxswain in 5th grade. I find that and in high school, he founded the Newport School Boys Rowing Program. He's coached at the collegiate level and was a U.S. national team sculling coach in 1986 and 87. He served 2 terms on the board of directors. Oh my God. And is currently a chief referee and coaching education clinician. It's my real pleasure, and I hope you will all help me congratulate Bob Whitford.
Go Coast. Thank you, Gary. It does mean a lot. The Clayton Chapman Award, named after Clayton Chapman, who meant very much to me as an athlete at University of California to come to the IRAs, to know that there is a race that was in good stewardship. But most of all, during those times, you didn't really realize that someone had to put that course in, you know? And I think really what the Clayton Chapman Award means to me is all of those people, and many of you I see in this room, I worked with quite a bit, are those that are first in and last out. And we represent U.S. rowing on our athletes and present a picture to the public. But in order to do that, there's things that are often taken for granted. I remember going to my first buoy course in 1976 at the IRAs, and you know, that was a big deal for us, because up until that time, there was really something for referees to do. Now, now it's the best seat in the house. You get to follow these 6 boats and 10-meter buoys all the way down, and at the end you wave to the crowd, turn around and go back up. But when you're on courses like we grew up, one of my co-workers down here, Paul Prelo, and an oarsman from Cal, we would race in Newport Beach, and there was those here from Long Beach know the same thing. You're rowing on a beautiful body of water. At Long Beach, for instance, you know, home of the 1932 Olympics, and you're all of a sudden there's a beautiful 60-foot yacht just pulling themselves out of a slip, right? And the referee has to make those decisions on safety, you know, and how to keep you guys safe, us safe. Well, we morphed from that, and we are blessed in this country to have the opportunity now to race on many beautiful venues with rowing courses that have been put in place by a lot of hardworking people, and it really represents the next phase that we have gone through. The Alan Eubanks, the Tim Royalties, others who have received this award, we owe it to people like Kevin Sauer, you know, who are the first in. There's always people before, you know, the Bill Smokes of the world. One of my mentors, and John Davis, who's here too, is a man that many of you know, is Con Finley. And I respected the heck out of Con Finley the first time that I saw him push off a dock in a single scull, standing up. That was foreign to several of us. But that was the rowing side of it. I got to see him load. This is very special because not very many people have ever seen this happen. I got to see him load an 8 on a trailer by himself. And I've been sworn to secrecy on how he does it. But, you know, because there's times when you have to be able to get that boat from here to there. One of my most proud memories was to deliver Stanford's first boat from Southern California to Stanford after the head of the harbor regatta, when Steve Gladstone had no idea that we were doing it in the Cal trailer. And dropping this piece of equipment off for the next group, the next legacy to come through. So there's so much, and there's so many things that have to happen for regattas to go on. And as a former athlete and as a former coach, we get it. When we get there, we know, we see, we conquer. Someone is there to pick up and clean up afterwards. That course was there. That course is there because of all of you guys and the administration for U.S. Rowing. What we're doing down in Sarasota at Nathan Menison Park is because of what we have all done here and gone before. What a travesty not to have these legacies. You know, these courses, the World Championships in Indianapolis, you know, we have a course there, have a course in 96 at Lanier. You know, the Casitas is wiped off the map. So here we have an opportunity to create a legacy, to produce something that helps not just the athletes, but the sport in the United States, the sport worldwide, and hopefully to get the inclusion to bring all sorts of different people to our area so we can race on buoys. We can train when it's hard water up north. We can be out doing coastals on the intercoastal waterway. Now, this is very special because when you realize it's not just the athletes, which we're here, we're looking here, right? But we are also every one of those sponsors that Glenn named, right? And how we touch everybody else in the community, how it just starts snowballing out bigger and bigger and bigger. And when you realize that what we're doing is helping the economy, it's helping, you know, families, the guys that are cleaning houses, have a living during tough times when the whole economy in the United States is falling apart. That's how we got started. That's why we're here. It is special, and every time you get to a regatta, and the guy says, "Park this way," and you, "Oh no, I got to go over here. I'm somebody special." Just do it. I'm gratefully, deeply grateful to Gary. It was a great Volkswagen ride down from Dartmouth. It's been very special, very dear. I look around Jonah and John Den Blom and John Davis and all these people, Paul, that I've known for a long time. I'm grateful to all of you, the referee corps, the administration, Paul Blackheader and Rhonda for at Sanka, Randy Benderson, the Benderson Development, to do what we're doing here. But it's not a lifetime achievement award. I won't accept
Damn right it's
that. I'm still too young. But thank you very much.